training are well known. Decreased risk of heart disease, obesity, and depression are at the forefront. But other benefits include increased lifespan, increased quality of life, and improvement in human performance. The question for many is which type of physical training is best? Which one is for me? The bottom line is all forms of training are great and some are far better at getting the results you're looking for. It depends on what your goal is. For example, bodybuilding might be better at getting aesthetics than powerlifting. CrossFit might help you prepare for the CrossFit Games more than water aerobics. Olympic lifting might make you a little bit more weird than others. But the bottom line here is that you need to train what your goals are. And there's not very many training methods out there in the mainstream that targets what most people want, to live a pain-free life. And that's why I'm going to give you 3 reasons on why you need movement-based training. If you're curious to learn more about what movement-based training is, go ahead and click the link in the description for a free interactive introduction to the Move Pain-Free system. Now, let's get back to the video. Reason number 1. Movement-based training will give you the natural movement foundation that's applicable to almost all other forms of movement. The only forms of movement that it's not 100% applicable to is heels down, hip thrusted, lifting-based training. Again, which is fine if you're trying to be a lifter. It's great, and there's many great coaches out there who are going to help you do that. But this doesn't mean that movement-based training doesn't use resistance training though. The weights in the weight room are still a very valuable tool as long as the natural movement pattern is well understood. But movement-based training is more directly applicable to other forms of movement because it's based around walking, crawling, running, throwing, striking, swinging. This reason is important because building training and movement off these core functions gives us an aim. Rather than doing gym movements to enhance these movements, we're using functional human movements to enhance functional human movements. Essentially, the idea here is that if you want to improve something, you do that specific thing. And so this begs the question, what is the natural movement foundation? And so here's a very quick breakdown of a side-by-side still shot. So movement-based training is based on this natural movement pattern that is transferable to the forms of pain-free movement you're striving for in your life. Reason number 2, movement-based training is based on nature and observing nature, which is what brings about the pain-free results. Unlike most other forms of training that target pain relief, movement-based training attacks the specific area of pain as well as the whole function. It does this by coming to understand that the area that's in pain and programming to directly attack that to bring quick relief and healing, but also views pain-free movement in the objective sense that the human body has a universal natural design by God to move in a certain way biomechanically. By targeting this idea holistically, while targeting the specific area of pain, it's able to bring that quick relief that you desire, but also long and lasting relief by changing how you move back to the way that it was really originally designed. It's best to view your pain as a result of a cog in the system in a sense. For example, if your lower back is hurting, it can very easily be a result of compressed hips which are out of alignment. Since the hips and lower back work together, this can cause abnormalities in the back itself. The hips in this scenario are the root cause, but by targeting only the low back that's what's in pain, you may find some relief, but you won't actually fix the cause of the pain. By understanding how natural movement of the whole body works, you can bring relief to the area and fix the root cause to ensure pain relief later on in life. Doing this, you're able to build the foundation for pain-free movement that will allow you movement freedom to do whatever it is that you want to do in your life. It's the idea that discipline equals freedom in this case. Discipline and natural movement inputs equals movement freedom. Reason number 3 is probably my favorite reason and the most beneficial for you, and it's movement-based training will make you a critical thinker on your body and how it's designed to function. The journey of movement-based training is physical, yes, but in order to get the best results, you inevitably have to become a student of natural movement and of your own body. You used to learn your body in ways that you haven't done since you were a kid, and you feel the vast difference of good and bad almost immediately. It's a form of training that makes you more self-reliant and less reliant on broken systems. When you go through the mainstream forms of rehab and training, you rarely learn about root causes and even just general anatomy. But by doing movement-based training, it forces you to learn so much more mentally and physically. It puts the keys in your hands so that you can help determine your movement destiny. And what I can guarantee about the mainstream methods is that there is almost no control over your pain. You won't be educated as well, and you're at the mercy of the individual helping you and are relying on them to care about you as much as you do. Everyone who does movement-based training, with any kind of intent really, becomes far more conscious about their movement and start asking themselves questions like, am I landing with my foot straight? Do I feel my hips thrusting forward, for example? And what this does is it takes you from moving better consciously to moving better subconsciously. It allows for the ultimate transfer in everyday life. You're aware of how you walk, lift items, how you use your foot, ascending or descending stairs, etc. It's always in the back of your mind as a part of the learning process of becoming a pain-free mover. So movement-based training isn't a simple get-fixed-quick method. It's not like mindlessly throwing paint on a canvas like some forms of training. This is a glorious process that involves intentionality, detail, multiple colors on the canvas that are all in harmony. This is a project that, when done with consistency and diligence, displays a product so beautiful that its glory seeps into the other areas of life. In other words, it's a path worth taking. Those are the 3 reasons that movement-based training is for you. If you're someone looking to perform better at life and kick the chronic pain for good, then movement-based training is going to be the best option for you. If you're someone who's a critical thinker and fascinated by the intrinsic design of the human body, then movement-based training is for you. If you're someone who lacks commitment and are looking for a McDonald's version of fitness that's going to overcharge you for a quick and lackluster product, then movement-based training is not for you. With that being said, if you're interested on trying it out yourself, click the link in the description for a free interactive introduction to the Move Pain Free system. And don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to this channel for more information in the future about how you can live a pain-free life. Now until next time, keep on moving.